What's going on, guys? So today, after a long day in battle at Lock City Drift, be sure to check them out, by the way. 240 is down for a little bit, but that just motivates me to push the R34 to get it back all together. So what we're doing today is we have a bunch of intercooler stuff. Shouldn't be too hard, just piecing a couple stuff together. I think the hardest part is going to be just trying to fit from here over and under, because this can actually use some of the stock stuff where that's like a 90 and a 45, so that shouldn't be too hard. First we're going to mock up the intercooler and then we can play around with some of the piping. We got Claude working on his Evo 10 over there. What are you doing, your rear diff?
Yeah.
Let the viewers know what you're doing.
Alright, so as you can see, I blew the bearing inside this one on the Evo 10, and I found out, you know, they're all pretty much interchangeable.
Yep.
So this guy sold me, this one's off of an Evo 4. All I gotta do is swap out the pinion gear.
And so far it looks like it's gonna work, because you can see the difference. It has more like splines to it. So he was able to press it out, and hopefully, cross our fingers, it'll work.
It'll work, really.
$100 fix.
$100.
Claude finished his diff install. Hopefully it's a success, but pretty much got all the piping situated, but I don't want to run all these couplers. I want to just measure it out, line it up, and gonna weld them all together, because I'll probably just run two couplers, just one right here and one right here. That will be easy. The whole intercooler will come out, and didn't want to go with a huge intercooler either this time, just so it's like a Power by Max style, where it's small, it'll fit up, and no bumper issues at all for the fitment. So right now all I'm doing is just gonna mark it up. That way we can take it right back off and just weld it. Gonna be welding here, welding up through there, and this is all, I think it should be good. Because like we said, I'm gonna do a GTR conversion on it, and I know how the inside of the GTR bumper like fits in all the way back here. We'll keep this little bash bar there. Looks good so far. Also trying to rush too, because just gotta finish doing the cooling lines. Gonna run to the auto parts store, get some hoses, because thinking about just dropping it off at Wire Specialties. They're only about an hour away from me, so they can have the car in hand, and that way they're not guessing with all the pigtails and all the connectors and stuff, and it'll be their prototype for them. That way other people who want to do this, like say international or even over here, will be able to just order one. One thing I found out, I'm gonna have to just rotate this a little bit. Did the J-pipe delete right here, the plug, Alex Ledger, I want to say. Be sure to follow him, ask him for any J-pipes. He'll be gladly to ship them out. Claude's car is all good, so fingers crossed while he's driving we don't get a call saying that he's stuck because of his diff. But pretty much finished the whole intercooler piping. Just went to go drop off a section that I was going to have welded, just because like I said, I want to have probably no more than 4 couplers holding it. And now got it on the lift. Gonna be seeing what's underneath, because I wanted to see if I could use my slave cylinder from the RB, which I doubt, but like I said, it's only like 25 bucks. And I went to AutoZone, got some lines made for my power steering, so we're gonna be hooking that up and putting the other return line, or the inline for yeah, the return line for the other fuel side. So I got fuel, power steering, which is all done, and intercooler, which is all done. So it's getting together slowly. I also got in contact with Wire Specialties, and right now it should have been done already, but they're like on back order, so I'm not sure how long. We're already over a month's wait for the harness. Saying, I was talking to one of the guys, saying it's gonna be about a 2-month wait, which kind of sucks. So I talked to my buddy Jay Sear. He has S14 1J, and well, he texted me saying what I need in order to just turn the car on and whatever. So might be using this harness after all and starting the engine. All right, not sure. Let me turn this fan off, because you guys probably can't even hear me. Alright, so right away we can't use the slave cylinder. I should have picked that up right away, just because like it's just totally different. So we'll just go to AutoZone and it's like 25 bucks, like I said, 25, 30 bucks. And yeah, that's an easy, and we'll just have to extend the line as well. We'll just run it up and over, or up and under actually. All right, good news. Found the other fuel line, hoping. Comment down if you believe it is a fuel line. Seems like it is right there. So we could run that fuel line. Other dilemma was, I was saying about like my downpipe here. So I think we might actually be able to get around it if we go with like a smaller piping, same size. I think that's what, like 2.5 right there, right off the flange. And we'll be able to sneak by. We can either pop out those studs and use bolts, and I think the 2.5 will be able to fit right in through here, up and and all the way across. This was the other part too that measuring up for the drive shaft, because this is a 2-piece drive shaft. So you got the one that was stayed on the car and then one that's usually on the tranny. So we're just gonna have a 1-piece made running from the tranny all the way back to the diff. All right, got my fuel lines all situated here. Just gonna connect it, route it back, and connect it and tighten the clamps, and we got fuel, boys. We're changing this out right now. So what I'm doing right here is, I don't know if you guys can see, but this line right here, not gonna be using at all. I don't know why it's not like auto-focusing. All right, there we go. We're gonna be removing all this just because this is the RB one and it's way different compared to the 1J. I don't think if you guys could see, but it's pretty much connecting up through here, and in order for it to sit flat, it's gonna be hitting this pulley right here. So we're gonna eliminate that. Thankfully, Drift Motion sells like a 1J, the power steering lines, but thankfully we have a place right here. It's called Fluid Dynamics, which is about 50 bucks. So it's like $20 cheaper, and you can get the same day, but it's too late now. So I'll go ahead and pick that up tomorrow, and literally just go, you give them the fitting lines that you need. I gotta figure out what dash it is. It is hot as hell. I'm sweating my balls off. But at the same time, while I'm under here, I'm just replacing this just because I seen that there was a huge rip right here. So we're gonna just replace this whole power steering line with some new hose, and we should be pretty good. Sorry if there's a lot of talking to. Just I'm trying to like detail this build as much as possible because I haven't seen any information online. Plus it'll be good just so I could go back, and for future people like you guys, if you ever wanted to 1J swap something into an R chassis, you guys can get a little information right here. Underneath is all set just for now. Like I said, I have to wait till tomorrow so I can go get the other high pressure line. But I'm just gonna go lower this down and we can install the power steering reservoir. We got the reservoir right here, and pretty much this fits perfectly right here. Just gonna trim it. We're gonna go right into this little breather tube right here. Just like that. We're gonna trim it, make it look nice. And that's the other line right there for the RB, coming from the RB for the power steering. And here's the other line. Just connect this right there, clamp that on, and boom, done. All right, we got this all connected. I'm trying to go for like a OEM style look here. Just could have done a bunch of like flashy stuff, but I wanted to make it look OEM as if the car came with the motor, even though obviously it doesn't. But I'm gonna go with the OEM style, just keep everything like black and gray. Maybe do this a different color and that a different color. I kind of wanted to do like a all blacked out theme, but that's it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of information that I shared. Like always, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Gonna be having some more parts, clutch pedal, power steering line, all that good stuff. I dropped off my intercooler, just got to pick up a mat, and all that's left is wiring, and then we can fire this up. Aiming for staggered, which is going to be in Massachusetts, combination with Lock City Drift. And see you next time, guys.